So basically today we will discuss the remote access VPN. Okay, remote access VPN, or it is also known as a SSL VPN. Okay, SSL VPN, it is also known as a web VPN. Okay, there is a lot so all the if somebody talk about these things like SSL VPN, web VPN, or remote access VPN, or there is a one term like clientless VPN. These are the kind of SSL VPN only. Okay, so in Cisco terminology, that VPN is also known as a AnyConnect. In Palo Alto terminology, that VPN is known as a Global Protect. Okay, so if people talk about AnyConnect, then it's a remote access VPN on Cisco firewalls. Like only ऐसे. If we have configured the SSL VPN in Palo Alto, it is known as a Global Protect. So this AnyConnect and Global Protect, for that we need a client software. A client software which we install in a machine or particular user. Okay, so the thing is, it is also known as a like it is also like thick client VPN. So like in Cisco terms, Cisco have divided this SSL VPN into three categories: first one, second one, third one. First one is a like clientless VPN. In second one, there is a thin client VPN. Okay, thin client VPN, and third one is a thick client, or it is also known as a AnyConnect. So generally people use this name AnyConnect. The difference between this clientless and thick client is that in thick client or in AnyConnect, we need to install a software on a machine. Okay, in case of clientless VPN, we don't need to install a particular software. We only do the web, like we can just put the IP address of our firewall like 192.168.1.250 like this, and we get the web page of SSL VPN where we put our login credential and we get the access. Okay, so let me tell you the use cases of SSL VPN. Let's suppose this is your system PC 1, and right now you are in office. Okay, and you are just accessing this server. In this server some files is there, okay, which you need to check. Maybe these are the business related files and all. Okay, so what happens, let's suppose you are in home now. That PC1 come into home, it is have connected with the internet. Okay, now your manager call you, right? Can you modify this particular file? So the thing is, if you are not having any kind of VPN setup, then you have to go to in your office and you just need to connect your system with the office network. After that only you can modify, right? But if you are having the SSL VPN configure on a firewall, so this is a firewall, it's like any firewall like ASA, Checkpoint, Palo Alto, any general firewall. What happens in this case, you just set up a SSL tunnel, like this is a tunnel. Okay, this is a SSL tunnel which is created between your PC and your firewall, and after what happens, you can exchange, you can just log in, you just connect with your SSL tunnel, you create that, you just set up your SSL tunnel with the firewall, and after that your firewall provide you the connectivity till that particular DMZ server, and you can just modify the particular file. Okay, so what happens, why we need this SSL tunnel? Because if you connect without using SSL tunnel. Like this is your system, you have internet connectivity, so you just connect with your firewall and your firewall provide the reachability till this server. So maybe it's like very confidential file, or it is having some sensitive information, and the thing is some attacker is there, they're watching what kind of traffic is going through your network, because in internet it is a untrusted network, right? It is an attacker PC, they're watching. So the thing is, if now in that case, yeah, like this PC1 in home, if we connect with the DMZ server in that case, so that attacker also watching the traffic. Okay, so he just get that information, so maybe he will tamper the information, he can do whatever he want. To protect these kind of attacks, we need a SSL setup. So what happens if you are in a home, or you are in a like anywhere, like in a hotel room, so from there you just connect with the, because you get a internet connectivity everywhere, right? So thus you need to connect with your firewall by using SSL tunnel. So the anything like which is going through this particular tunnel is encrypted and hashed. So means if attacker is sitting there, he is watching that traffic, he is not able to find anything because that traffic is encrypted and hashed. Okay, so these are the use cases of SSL VPN. Like nowadays the best use case of this one is a traveling salesman, right? Because the thing is, traveling salesmen come to your home, they will maybe deliver some things, right? So they have already connected with the servers only, from there they fetch your information and all. One more example, if you want to do the work from home, so work from home is also possible by using the SSL tunnel only. So these are the few use cases. So the thing is, this is the PC sitting in home, and he just want to set a SSL tunnel with the firewall. Okay, you want to set a SSL with the firewall. So the thing is, they need to exchange some parameters, right? After exchanging these parameters, then only they will establish a SSL tunnel. Okay, and you know that if we type any website, like any website having HTTPS as at the end, means if we access this particular website, we are also creating a SSL tunnel between our system. Let's suppose, let me give you one. So the thing you just got the idea here. We need they have just exchanged some parameters, some attributes over there, some information over there to create SSL tunnel. Okay, so let me tell you one more example over there. Let's suppose this is your PC. You have a connectivity with the internet. That internet can have a connectivity with the Facebook or with the Gmail. Okay, whatever, when you have access the Facebook or access the Gmail, you will see these are the HTTPS website. So the thing is, whatever you are exchanging through with the Gmail, or if you are sending any kind of mails, there is no record. Okay, if like someone, if there is any attacker and he is watching that traffic, he is not able to find anything, because everything is going through the SSL tunnel, everything is encrypted. That's why actually everyone use right now HTTPS. Okay, so in SSL VPN there is a thing which is like SSL Handshake. Like people will ask lots of questions on SSL Handshake. SSL Handshake is the thing, like this PC, when he is want to set up that SSL tunnel with the firewall, so they exchange some parameter. These exchange of the parameter is known as a SSL Handshake. Okay, so now let me explain the how basically they exchange the SSL handshake, what are the parameter inside this and all. Okay, so till now you guys have any doubt on that? So I will move into the next topic. Like this is SSL handshake. Anybody having any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
No.
Okay, cool. Because they will ask, like in SSL, you are a fresher, so they will ask, like, what is the SSL VPN? Okay, so you have to just answer. You need to just answer this question. Like if we are sitting in a home, we will set a SSL tunnel with the firewall. So anything which is exchanging, which is going through this tunnel is encrypted and has. And the thing is, we create this tunnel by using the SSL handshake. And they will ask the type of SSL VPN. So you need to tell, like, there is a clientless VPN. After we have a thin client, and after that we have a thick client. So like thin client is no longer used by the peoples. Okay, people use this. So generally the short form of these VPNs, like you can say, we are having web VPN and we are having this thick client VPN. Or if they are asking the question on case of Cisco, you can see the AnyConnect. If they are asking a question on Palo Alto, you can see directly Global Protect.
Is AnyConnect like a tool or like a?
It's a software. Let me show you.
Okay.
See, I am having this VPN. See, this is AnyConnect. It's a like software. Okay.
Okay.
So if I want to connect with my any of the location, see, we are having like multiple locations and multiple firewalls over, or like all over the world. So generally I'm sitting in Bangalore. So if I want to connect with the Bangalore network, I will connect this one, Bangalore SSL.
Okay.
Okay. It's a VPN client only. It is software.
Okay.
Let me search for Global Protect if I am having.
So whatever you're saying, the SSL topic now, we
Yes,
have
yes.
site-to-site SSL or and remote SSL,
No, no,
both of them
no,
or
no,
just
no, 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 no. We are having a IPsec site to site
VPN,
VPN, and we are having also IPsec
remote access?
remote access VPN. But the thing is, in case of remote access, we are not using much IPsec VPN. Okay, so for remote access VPN, we always use the SSL VPN or AnyConnect VPN.
Okay.
Okay, but what happens right now? Let me tell you, because I don't want to go in that much deep. What happens right now, people? What people do? First, people connect with the SSL VPN. Okay, so after when they have connected with the SSL VPN, now like inside this SSL tunnel, they have just initiate a remote access VPN for IPsec. IPsec remote access VPN tunnel inside this. So the thing is, now you are getting two kinds of like securities, right? Because you are creating this remote access VPN through this SSL VPN only inside there. So there is a no chance to attackers to get the information. And lots of combination is there. Generally, I also seen that kind of, like, first people use this one, site to site IPsec site to site VPN. Okay, if there is a problem with the IPsec site to site VPN connectivity, after that they will go for the SSL VPN. If there is a problem with the SSL VPN, now they will go for the IPsec remote access VPN.
Okay.
Okay, they will configure everything, because in companies they don't want to lose any business with
Yeah,
the
yeah, true.
connectivity. Okay, so if they are having issue with this, at least they are having SSL VPN. Or if they are the problem is also there, they are having IPsec VPN. And in IPsec there is also lots of things. Okay, because what happens in IPsec, we are having IK version 1 and IK version 2. Okay, so what happens right now, big organization using IK version 1. Okay, so if IK version 1 is not able to connect, then they have a like automatic method for IK version 1. Then automatically we are not able to connect by this, then automatically firewall move into IK version 1. If IK version is not able to connect, then people will move into SSL VPN. So these are the combination. Okay, what your organization want, it depends on your organization and all.
Okay.
So let me explain the SSL handshake because people will ask question on that.
Mhm.
So like server means this is a firewall. Okay, in your case, you just assume this one as a firewall, or you can assume also this one as a like Facebook server, Gmail server. Okay, so before initiating the SSL VPN, there is a TCP three-way handshake also happens. TCP three-way handshake. You see these three messages send. So always like always SSL VPN is initiated by the client towards the server. Like with the Facebook, you only initiate the connection, right? Facebook is not going to initiate the connection with you. So just remember this point. So first TCP three-way handshake complete. After that only, when that completed, so they have established the TCP three-way connection here. After that, the SSL handshake is started from this point to till here. Okay, because like HTTPS use the port number normally 443, right? And it's like TCP. So if we are establishing any kind of TCP connection, so for that we have to complete first the TCP three-way handshake. Okay, so are you aware of what is the TCP three-way handshake and all? Guys, do you know TCP three-way handshake?
A little bit, sir.
Can
It's
you?
like
Okay,
it's
go on.
like we are sending a message to the server, and the server give the acknowledgement back
Okay,
by the private key or any SSL certificate, something like that, right?
okay. Let me explain it. So what happens in TCP three-way handshake? This is the client, this is the server. So first of all, there is a two protocols. First one is a TCP and there is a UDP. So everybody know like TCP is a reliable protocol and it is a like connection oriented protocol. UDP is a unreliable and a connection less protocol. Reliability means in case of TCP, if like client sends 100 MB of data towards the server, or server send like 100 MB of data, the thing is they have make sure all the data is received by the server or not, or like if server send, then server makes sure all the data received by the client or not, because when he receives all the data, then only he give the ACK. For that kind of things, they need to negotiate with some parameters, right? Like this is, let's say this is server, this is client, this is server. And what happens, server have a like different kind of capabilities, client have a different kind of capabilities, right? Means capabilities means like server have a like this like 100 GB RAM, very good internet connection. That client have very less internet connection, very less RAM, very less CPU, right? And like it also checks like what is the buffer size of the hardware, what is the storage on client and on the server. According to that only they can just send that data. So maybe the client sends like 2 MB file towards the server in one time only. Let's suppose if this server on this client is only able to handle the 1 MB data, and that server sends towards the client around 2 MB data. Then what happens? Client need to drop the 1 MB, right? So the thing is, they always make sure with the parameters. So client sends the SYN packet towards the server. So in SYN packet, he just send the parameters, like what is the window size. Window size means like how much data they have to send through this tunnel. Means if like it is having window size of 5 MB, means it can send only 5 packet. Okay, like this. And there is a like sequence number. There is a acknowledgement number. There is a port, right? There is a source port, destination port. There is a lots of fields is there in TCP header. Let me open the TCP header as well, so I can explain you in a very nice way. TCP header. Like we are having, like this is a header of TCP. Okay, so the thing is, if server send that client send any packet towards the server, then he just put the information of source port, information of destination port, sequence number, acknowledgement. This is the what is this DO? They are having flags. They are having window size, urgent pointer, checksum, operation field. This is a reserve field, and I think I forget the name of this particular field. Data offset or something like this. Open Interpel. Okay, this is the correct. So these kind of information they need to negotiate on this particular same source port, destination port, sequence number, acknowledgement. They are having header length. Okay, this is the header length. This is the reserved field for future. They are having around nine flags. Here they are mentioning only 6, but there are the 3 more. Window size, urgent pointer, checksum, these kind of things. And then optional field also they are having around 5 points, 5 things. Okay, they need to negotiate these parameters. So to negotiate these parameters, there is a process, three-way handshake. Okay. So it's a like very easy process. They will ask like TCP three-way handshake. Like this is the client, this is the server. Client sends the SYN. He sends the SYN plus ACK, and he gives the ACK. Means client sends some parameters towards this guy, right? After what happens? This guy need to send the agreement. He sends some parameters, right? So he need to agree on these parameters. Okay, so he just send the agreement. So this packet is known as a SYN. It is known as a SYN plus ACK. And when he received this particular message SYN plus ACK, so he give the ACK. And the TCP three-way handshake is complete in this way. Okay. So after completion of three-way handshake, they start the SSL handshake. So first message sent by the client towards the server. This message is known as a client hello message. Okay, this is a client hello. In client hello, this contains this thing: SSL protocol version, session ID, list of cipher suite, and the client hello extensions. SSL version means like there is a SSL version 1.0, SSL version 2.0, SSL version 3.0. After they have a like TLS 1.2, TLS 1.3, and TLS I think 1.4 is there also. They have launched this one just around 2-3 months back. The latest one are these: TLS version 1.2, TLS version 1.3, and SSL 3.0. Because these are the like secure socket layer communication. So they have sent this one, like what is the version which is supported by the client browser. Session ID to like get the session number and all. List of cipher suite means it's like similar to hashing algorithm and the encryption algorithm. Like in IPsec site-to-site VPN, we are having phase 1 parameters, which contains the encryption method, hashing method. Cipher suite data also contains the encryption method and hashing method. Okay, so that message sent by the client towards the server. After that, server sends the server hello means it sends the agreement towards the client. Means if he is sending the SSL version which is TLS 1.2, session ID nothing, like cipher suite maybe it is using RC4. So after that, what happens in this server hello, it sends the TLS version and RC4. Okay, means agreed things. It is giving the agreement, and now it is giving the proposal, and this server sending the agreement. It's a similar thing. Okay, client hello, server hello. Now there's a one more packet exchanges happens. Okay, they have not mentioned this particular message. Let me draw for you. They have exchanged one more packet here between this. In this, server represent the certificate. It's like same certificate which I have shown you on that day for SSL decryption. Okay, so if the certificate presented by this particular server is trusted by the client browser, because in our browser we are having root certificates, right? Let me show you these things. They are in browser as well. So our system having like tested root certificate. These are the authorities. Okay, Global Sign, Microsoft, Symantec, UTN, VeriSign. Okay, so if we are having the root certificate presented by the particular server, okay, particular server. Let me also open here Facebook page. Not Facebook. Let me try with Google. If I'll go there, if I'll see the certificate, see that Google certificate is issued by the Google Internet Authority G3. Okay, and if I'll go to in my setting over there, just remember this name, Google Internet Authority. So the thing is, certificate for Google is issued by this guy. So if in a root place, or if I in a root certificate in our browser, if we are having this particular certificate, then only our browser trusted, means it is a like actual Google website. Okay, and it is having validity as well, right? So let me go there, trusted root certificate. So we will definitely have there that particular certificate. So there's a name of this guy is something like this. We are having here, then that's why it is like opening. And let me try another website. At Global CAG2. DGCert Global CAG2. Okay. So let me search for this DGCert. So we are having this certificate, right? The DGCert. This one. We are having this root CA in the Trusted Root Certificate Authority. That's why it is like able to opening the Amazon by using HTTPS. And the thing is, now my system created a SSL tunnel with the Amazon web server. Okay, because we are having certificate. So here basically it represents the certificate. Okay, here he represents the certificate. If our server, like if our client having the certificate, then after that only server hello is done. It sends one more message, server hello is done. Now the thing is, when he get that certificate, so that certificate contains the key. This key is known as a public key. So what happens now, that client create a pre-master key and he just use this public key to encrypt this particular pre-master key, and he just send this key towards the server, and after that that server also get the pre-master key. So now they can just send two messages like change cyber suit and the server hello done, client hello done, and they have start exchanging the actual data by using this particular pre-master key for encrypt. They use this pre-master key for encrypting the data and decrypting the data. Let me take another image for SSL handshake because it is not having clear picture on that. Server hello. It is not also not content. Yeah, edible. This image having everything. Let me open a new window. Okay, so that is having like every details here. Let me go through this one as well. So the client send the client hello, server send the server hello. Okay, now server represent the certificate. Now server key exchange. So what happens in this certificate? He sends the public key. Okay, so what happens sometimes, that server may also ask client, please represent the certificate, and after that server hello is done. So if that it's like optional, this one certificate request is an optional parameter. Some organization use this kind of setup, but most of the organization is not use this kind of setup. After that, client also represent the certificate if this option is used by the server, certificate request. Now client key exchange happens, and this certificate is verify, means client represent the certificate. After that server need to also verify. When server send the certificate, then client also need to verify. Verify means if it is having root CA of particular certificate in a trusted root certificate authorities in a browser, then only he will verify the certificate. After that, he sends the change cipher spec, and client is finished. Change cipher spec and server is finished. Change cipher spec means now they will change the encryption and hashing mechanism methods. Like in site-to-site VPN, we are having phase 2, right? In phase 2, we are having encryption and hashing method as well, right? It's like similar thing. Okay. If you want to learn like in details, you can go through with these kind of documents. Okay. It is like they are also explaining in a very nice way. Client send a message to server. Okay, it's a similar thing, only they maybe sometime they will change little bit names and all, but idea is same. like this one. It's also like client hello, server hello, certificate request, server hello done. We give the certificate is verified, chain cipher is finished. Okay, it's a similar thing. So you only need to these things. You only remember just few things only here. This is client. This is server. First packet sent by the client was the server, which is known as a client hello. After server sends the server hello. Now server represent the certificate and server hello done. So there is a 4 messages. Now here client create a pre-master key and he sends the pre-master key. After he sends the chain cipher suit, client done. Server send the chain cipher suit, server done. There is around 5 messages as well here. Okay, so there is a total of 9 messages, or sometimes there is a 10 message, because when this server sends the server finish, after there is a one ACK message coming from client to server for receiving this message. Okay, so sometimes they will say 9 messages, or sometimes they will say 10 messages. Okay, so it will change like according to the situations and all. So any doubt on that, guys? Anybody?
No, sir.
Just ask, man. It's a very difficult, like, it's a very difficult topic, and you are saying there is no doubt.
I mean, I will follow the this video again, and maybe if I see any difficulties, I will, you know.
What about the others too, Rajiv and Surya? You guys fine with this?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool, cool. You don't need to like learn much about that, because you are a fresher. So if you remember these name of these messages, that is good. Okay. So if you remember the name of these messages, that is enough for you. Because generally, like, experienced people all known as these kind of stuffs. There's a lots of things also happening in a background, but backend, but I'm not taking these things in that explanation. Otherwise, you got confused here. Lots of things is there. Let me complete now configuration. Okay, in Palo Alto, how we will configure the global protect. So configuration is very easy. Shit. Remember the steps. Okay, so when you configure the SSL VPN or global protect in a Palo Alto firewall, you always go into the devices first. Here you need to create a certificate. Like we have created one certificate for SSL decryption, right? So in that case, you also need to generate a self-send certificate. Give the name like global protect cert. Here you can define the IP address of your outside the 192.161.250. Maybe I'm not sure it will take or not. Select this thing. Just try to generate. It is generated. You have created this certificate. You don't need to do anything with this now. Just put the certificate here only. Now you just go to networking tab here. Go to internal interface. Create one tunnel interface. Just give the name to tunnel 10. You do, if like sometime what happen, you need to only define here the virtual router and the security zone. So you always create a new security zone for global protect. I recommended this thing. Global protect zone. Okay, GP means global protect because, and after you can go in IPv4. It's a optional. Okay, you can define the IP address, any IP address like 10.10.10.1/24. That's it. Because the thing is, like this is your firewall having connected with the internet, and this is your PC, and you are sitting in your home. So when you connect with this firewall by using Global Protect client, that firewall puts one IP address on your system. Okay, means that IP address pushed by the firewall 2 into your system. So that's why you need to define these things here. Okay, just remember this thing. After that, you just directly go to into Global Protect settings. Here you first go to a gateway. Add a gateway here. Give the name Global Protect Gateway. Here you just select your outside interface, which is having public IP address. Just define this IP here. You need to go to in authentication. Select the you can just create a SSL TLS service profile. Give the name Global Protect. Here you can just call your certificate which you have created for Global Protect means GB cert. Okay. It is having like minimum version TLS 1.0 and maximum is any version. It is also not supported this SSL 3.0 because these are the latest one. TLS 1.0, TLS 1.1 and TLS 1.2. Right now they are having TLS 1.3 which they have launched 2 months back. Now you need to add a client authentication here. Give the name GP. Operating system means if in your organization, if you are having only Windows systems, then you can select Windows. Okay, but I'm going with INE means I can install the Global Protect client in my phone, in my Mac system, in my Windows system, in Linux, in iOS devices, everywhere. Okay. Here you need to create an authentication profile. Give the name JP. So this is the profile. If you are having the connectivity with the Active Directory, so Active Directory is the server where you usually store the information of user and password. Okay. So I'm not having any Active Directory, so I'm going with the local database only. Okay. In advance, in allow list, I can allow all, means everyone. I'm having these local users here, VPN 1, VPN 2, VPN 3. So let me go with the all here. I'm done with this. Let me go to into agent. Here I need to select tunnel mode. I'll just call my tunnel interface which I have created. See if you enable IPsec VPN. So whatever that is the case. First you will connect with the SSL VPN. After that, that connection automatically go into the IPsec VPN. That is that case. So generally I'll just disable this one. I don't want IPsec. Just leave this thing default. Client setting you can add here. Give the name to GP. Any user, any operating system, IP pools. Here you need to define the IP pool. Means 10.10.10.10 to 10.10.10.100. Means if you are having only 100 users, so you need to define this pool. So these users get the IP address from this pool only. Okay, now you go to split tunnel. You can include your inside network and DMZ network because you want to provide the access of these two networks only. Select these things. Just go to network setting. You can define the network setting if you want, otherwise go with the leave it default. After you just need to press the OK. You are done with the gateway configuration. Now you can go into the portals. Add a portal here. GP portal. Add the interface Ethernet one, which is like same interface outside. Define this one. Go to authentication. Use the same certificate which you have created, which is GP. Give the client authentication detail. Give the GP here. Any operating system authentication profile, you can use the GP one. Done here. Go to an agent. You need to define your agent details. Give the name to GP. In user and groups, you can go with the any here. Internal, external, you just go to an external here. Here you just need to add your gateway details. So GP gateway. Here you need to define IPv4 and give the IPv192.168.1.250 details of gateway. Here you can define a priority. So and reason is any and priority is highest. Done with this as well. Now go to an app settings here. Connect method is on demand. Select on demand. It's like nice method. People use this method only. And everything is fine over there. And you can define connection attempt like 10. And just press the OK here. Okay. So you have configured this thing. Now you again go to in same place like networking. Just go to in a virtual router. Go there. Add a static route. Because you have defined a pool which is like 10.10.10. to 10.10.10.100, right? You need to add this route. Static routes, add this particular route here. Give the name to this route is GP. Destination is 10.10.10.0/24. Interface is tunnel 10. The next of is none. Okay. The step is very easy, okay? Just need to remember these things. Go to the policies here, just add a policy. GP user access. Source zone. So in source zone, generally you can select the GP zone. You can select the DMZ. And you also select the inside here. I will tell you what is the meaning. In source tab, you have selected these three things. In destination also, you will select the same thing. GP, DMZ, inside. Why I have selected these things? Because I am allowing the communication from inside to GP, like inside is here, inside of DMZ is here, and GP is here, right? So I'm allowing the connection from inside users to GP, global protect users, or global protect users to inside or DMZ users. Means bidirectional communication. Okay. In action, and then everything is fine here. Just add this rule. Just make this rule put here. Have up to second rule. After that, you just need to commit your changes. If you have done any kind of mistake, you will get an error message over there. Okay. So what happens? I have done one mistake. GP zone does not have enable user identification turned on for the Global Protect gateway. Okay. So what I need to do, I'll just go in my networking tab. I'll just go to in my zones. Global. We need to enable that thing, user identification. Okay. Enable user identification and okay. Now again, commit your changes. Okay. So now we have done with our configuration. Now how we can access? We go in a browser, HTTPS 192.168.1.250. So we have to go to into the client browser, okay, client machine only. Advanced, proceed with unsafe. You will get the Global Protect here, Global Protect portal. Okay. So I'm not going to enter any credential here. If I enter, I lose my internet connectivity. Okay. So what I can do for testing this case, let me go there. Just make this guy, and I just set up a Blizz. Let me change the IP addresses. You don't need to do these things in your case, okay? Because I am having that kind of setup in my lab. That's why I'm doing this thing. Opt in IP address automatically. DNS as well. Let me check if I got the IP address from my home virtual home wireless. We'll get this IP address. Okay, so if I open my browser. So when we access this VPN by using the browser, okay, that is known as a clientless or web VPN or SSL VPN. When we access the if I will connect with my office firewall by using this particular AnyConnect or with the Global Protect client, that is known as a client full VPN, means thick client VPN or the Global Protect VPN or a Cisco AnyConnect VPN. So here I'll do the same thing. I'll just type the IP address of my outside interface with the HTTPS. Okay. So let me check what are the users I am having here. Authentication profile. So we have created this authentication profile, right? Allow list. We are having all here. Let me go to in my local database first. User group, users. I'm having these users, but I'm not having any user group. So let me add that user group here. VPN Global Protect. Okay. Let me add these users here. VPN 1, VPN 2, and VPN 3 as well. The user authentication profile. I'm allowing all users. Okay, let me go with the specific for VPN users only. Okay, I just remove the allow from here. We can use allow all as well. Okay, but let me go with the specific. Let me commit my changes. After that, I will put the credential on that particular place. Okay, so if I'll go there, let me put this is the VPN1 username, and here I will put the password, which is admin @123. I'm getting this page, right? But then it is giving that, so we need to install this particular client software. Okay, like this software, like for Cisco, we are having this software, na? Cisco Connect. So we are having Global Protect client software here. So if we are having Windows 64-bit, then we will install this one. If we are having Windows 32, then we will install this one. If we are having Mac, then we will install this one. If we are having other operating system like iOS, Android, for that we can also download that particular software from the Play Store as well. So you just click on this download button here. Now let me try to install this one as well. Installation is, you just need to press the next thing. The version of Google Protect does not support the wide window XP because it's like very old PC. That's why it is not supported. Okay. So that is your Global Protect VPN, how you will configure and how you will connect. If you want to see the logs regarding that, you go to your monitor, systems. You will get see we are getting these logs. Global Protect, here we can this user source log in this one, user is name, VPN is connected. Okay, you can get the details regarding the users and all into this place. Okay, so guys, any doubt with that, like what is the SSL VPN, what is the SSL handshake? Configuration is a little bit complex because when you follow the steps like five or 10 times, then only you will get the idea. Okay, because I'm also not having proper idea of that configuration as well. If I'll go for any deployment, I always follow the steps. First I write the step in a paper or in a notepad file, then only I will configure. Okay, but now I'll configure lots of times, so I'll know the exact steps and all. Okay,